The market, Luis, expected this, but is this the right decision, do you think?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, actually, I mean, I'm talking now in my capacity of the chairman of CTA, which is chairman of the financial committee of CTA, which is the Confederation of Private Sector in Mozambique. And our committee has been considering, we have been negotiating with central bank now for a couple of years to instill the central bank to decrease their interest rates to the banks so that commercial banks can make money cheaper to the market, and that, I mean, can promote private sector development.
And this is an important point. Anybody in the private sector would appreciate this. But just give us a quick highlights for you why it is important so much for money to be cheaper in a sense.
Well, I mean, cheap money always means that it makes for those that have already borrowed money from banks that they will pay less interest. And for those that are planning to seek funding, they will have cheap money, from banks. So it's very important for us that the interest rate actually comes down. In fact, our major challenge now is to make commercial banks also dropping the interest.
Exactly, Luis. Because I was going to go there and ask, in as much as the central bank may have already given the direction where it wants interest rates to go, a lot of times commercial banks are accused of not following suit.
They do not follow suit, and and that is another part of our negotiations with the Association of Commercial Banks, trying to convince them that commercial banks should also, as a consequence, drop their interest rates, which is not happening. I mean, this is a third drop from the central bank this year, and there's been not a single move from commercial banks, which means that they are making money. I mean, they are the ones that are actually gaining from this drop in interest rates.
What can be done to sort of encourage them to do that? Maybe controlling interest rates, setting a certain cap above the central bank's lending rate?
I mean, that is not making open market rules. I mean, what we want now is to commercial banks. They claim that since central bank is lending money to government at a rate of 17%, they will not lend money to the market at lesser percentage. So that is the argument that the commercial banks are giving, that they will not be below the market practice that is actually being practiced by central bank. So, I mean, we have a twofold actions to undertake. One is to continue negotiating with the Association of Commercial Banks, but also to discuss with central bank the ways they charge the government for their loans.